how would you like to generate an additional $20,000 to $40,000 in annual passive income based strictly on quality credit and have private access to the resources that create financial wealth? I call this the leverage effect because, as John Duncan, NCAA VP, said, building wealth is a process of managing risk, not avoiding them. Now, as cliche as that may sound, the number of people who can honestly say that they apply this way of thinking to their everyday life to become financially independent is very small. The truth is, every person in America has the power to establish what I call credit wealth, meaning you don't have to have a lot of money in order to create it. In fact, you don't have to have any. Utilized in the right way, your credit alone can be leveraged into creating financial independence and a foundation for true wealth that you couldn't have imagined possible. Most quality families at best teach their kids how to create these 4 household habits: get a job, budget, save, and pay bills on time for the next 30 years so you can one day retire. That's not financial independence. Although the habits of working, budgeting, saving, and paying bills on time are essential habits, the most important reason, which is rarely mentioned in most households, is the power of investment. And I'll explain why. The 4 household habits mentioned is what will allow you to generate credit, meaning debt that's being utilized as an asset. Quality credit has the ability to generate liquid capital, meaning money. And liquid capital is what gives you leverage to invest, which in return creates wealth. These 5 household habits are how you establish true financial independence. Building quality credit is the most powerful outlet to generate capital for the average person. And if you do not know what to invest into, you'll never go wrong investing into yourself. Meaning, as long as you're investing into your credit, you're establishing a foundation for wealth when used properly. Most people do not know their leverage, therefore they have no desire or understand the value of what they're truly capable of manifesting. As a result, we developed a system not only to educate our clients, but to initiate a plan of action that continues to position them for financial freedom. Hi, we're the Glacier Consulting Group. In the next few minutes, we're going to share our programs on how we educate and how we take initiative into creating financial independence for our clients. We will also be explaining our compensation program and how to become an affiliate partner. I'm also going to share with you 3 things. Number 1, how to increase your income by 20 to 50% on a yearly basis. Number 2, the biggest misconception of credit to the average person. And number 3, ways on how to position your credit to help you grow wealth. These are the same strategies that separate the average middle-class worker from the 6 to 7 figure owner and or investor who leverages, not limits their expectations. Over the past few years, we've worked extremely hard to develop a system that provides 3 key elements for success. Number 1, establishing a blueprint on how to become financially literate through credit. Number 2, creating a 6-figure compensation program to those who have maintained excellent credit or have a network of those who have excellent credit. And number 3, aligning a high-quality network of business owners and business deals that develop into high-yield projects. So if you're a person who is looking for a way to educate themselves on the power of credit or have maintained excellent credit over the years and qualify for our Select Choice compensation program, then you are the type of client that we're looking to build longevity with. Now, here are some highlighted points about our affiliate program. Number 1, if you don't have great credit or you're in the process of building credit, you can get compensated up to $2,500 every time you refer someone with excellent credit. Number 2, we work in a diverse and liquid industry that appeals to a vast market of individuals who all in some way are looking for a product and or service that complements their goals, which is great for cross-promotion. Number 3, our target client either wants to build great credit, be compensated for having great credit, and or providing funding for client projects based on their credit. Now, dealing in the business of credit and consulting, we've noticed that people fall into one of these 2 categories. Number 1, a rat race worker. These are people who make some money sometimes and no money most of the time, or spend way too much money making too little. Number 2, wealth builders. These are people who are consistently investing into themselves, making more and more, spending less and less time doing so. What is it that makes an average person go from making $40,000 or $50,000 a year to making 6 or 7 figures a year, becoming financially independent and building wealth while other people make less than they could in a full-time job and struggle to pay rent. After researching and consulting with many clients over the years, I've realized that wealth builders have two key things in place, while rat race workers have one of those two and sometimes none. And the truth is, if you have both of these things in place in your personal life or business, it becomes very simple and predictable on how to generate wealth. Well, the best way I can explain this to you is with the story of how the Wright brothers invented the world's first flying airplane. Back in 1903, the race was on all around the world to invent the first plane that could fly, and most people became utterly obsessed with the engine. People started building larger and larger engines with more and more horsepower and strapping them to the plane, completely ignoring the aerodynamics and the wings. Well, this resulted in some of the fanciest, most powerful engines the world had ever seen, but it also resulted in planes that could not get off the ground and really were great to look at but completely useless. The Wright brothers took a different approach. While the whole world was obsessed with engines, the Wright brothers obsessed with the plane and its aerodynamics. They first focused on a plane that could glide without an engine. Then when they had the recipe right, they strapped an ordinary engine into it and invented the world's first flying plane. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and let this next point really sink in because it's a big one, and it's almost the exact opposite to what everybody else out there is feeding you. Today, our average middle-class American is repeating our history of the engine obsession. Most people are obsessed with the idea of money and luxury, with that being the end-all be-all to creating success. And most people completely ignore creating the core system or plan that will convert a creative idea into money that positions them for true wealth. Most people are obsessed with having money or buying things that make them look as if they have money, when in reality they're strapping a shiny, more expensive engine to a flawed plane that'll never take flight. Now, remember how I told you that people who have created wealth and financial independence for themselves have two things collectively in place that the rat race workers do not? Well, those two things are, number one, 4 household habits: working, saving, budgeting, and paying bills on time. And number 2, a system that will convert those habits into profits through investing that repeat itself over and over to eventually create wealth. Because it boils down to this: if you do not have credit, nor have the liquid cash to invest, you will always be financially dependent as a rat race worker. Now, let's get down to business and show you exactly how you can develop a system for building wealth starting today. There's only 3 simple things that matter in building financial independence, and they are knowledge, credit, and opportunity. Our organization provides all 3. If you're not making the income or growth you desire in your life, then let me ask you these 3 simple questions. Number 1, how much time do you put in to acquire the necessary knowledge to advance your current financial state? Number 2, what have you done on a consistent basis to build your credit? And number 3, what opportunities have you seized to bring you closer to your desired financial state? Wealth builders who make consistent profits and true liquid wealth have predictable methods of generating capital, and they know these 3 variables: time, cost, and risk of reward trade-off. When you have a predictable system for generating capital, you know these 3 variables every time. Now, again, you have to have the right system to be able to do this and get the results you're looking for. And sure, you could do it the hard way, which is like going up to a lock and trying to guess the code, but you know there's more than 10,000 possible combinations to a 4-digit lock, right? Well, you can try to crack it yourself, and who knows, maybe you'll find a combination that works in a year or 2 or 3 or probably never. Or you can do it the easy or the smart way and just get the code to unlock it and get the results immediately. And that's what we provide to each and every person who becomes a client. Our company is perfect for you if you're looking to generate capital through the utilization of credit, increase your annual profit margin on a yearly basis, reduce your workload, and have a high-quality network at your fingertips. Right now, we are looking for a particular clientele we can grow with to produce massive results on what I've discussed. That's why for a limited time, I'd like to work with you in a free financial strategy session if you meet the criteria below. We work with primarily 3 types of clients. Number 1, people with excellent credit who want to improve salary and earn an additional $20,000 to $40,000 a year with little risk. Number 2, thriving small businesses that are looking to expand their business. And number 3, people who want to dramatically increase their annual income and work with a higher caliber network so that they can make more money while dealing with less work and headache. So here's how the process works. We will be focused on a specific and custom-tailored strategy and execution to help you solve the two biggest problems that most people face. Number one, understanding your desired financial goals and planning on how to reach them. And number two, making sure you have a system that takes your excellent credit and converts it into high-yield profits in a predictable, down-to-earth dollar and day fashion. This strategy session will take around 30 minutes, and you'll be speaking with one of our head consulting reps who will help you identify your current credit and financial state and put together a strategy to become more financially independent and establish a foundation for wealth. So who is this for? Well, this is for someone with excellent credit who may work a regular job or a career in which they desire to increase their income without taking time away from their everyday schedule. It's for someone who's looking to expand a project and grow their bottom line in the process. It's for real estate agents, insurance agents, credit repair companies who deal with high-quality clients and would like to be compensated for referrals and cross-promotion. It's also for people who truly value helping others and getting them results above everything else. So who is this not for? This is not for people who like the idea of having money but not willing to execute and do what it takes in order to create it. This is not for people who make excuses, doubt, or complain, people who are stuck in information gathering mode, who are not prepared to take action or get results. This is not for people who are not willing to take calculated risks in order to create financial freedom and independence. Now, knowing that we're a good fit is crucial because we like to get all of our clients results and work with them for the long term, and to do that, we need to get them a quick ROI, a return on investment. And the truth is that there are some people who we cannot help, and if that's the case, we'll be 100% upfront and suggest somebody else or an alternative. We're only looking for those who are a good fit and who we are certain we can get the results for. The first step is to complete an application for the private strategy session below. And this application is necessary to determine, number one, that we can help you and that we're the best company to help you generate the results you're looking for. And number two, that you're ready to set up, commit, take action, and do the required work to generate the results. Now, once we receive the application, you'll be able to schedule a time with us to conduct your strategy session. And this is where we really start working together to figure out what you want and how to make it happen in the fastest time possible with predictability. And then at the end of the call, one or two things will happen. You'll either be a fit and we'll extend an invitation to work with our company as one of our clients, or if it's not a good fit, that's totally fine and there's no hard feelings or obligation if so. Either way, you'll receive an extremely valuable strategy session and will walk away with newfound clarity as to where you are right now and what's holding you back from achieving the results you want. We will pinpoint the exact next steps necessary to take action and break through your barriers. So go ahead and complete your application now and we'll see if you're a good fit. Right now, we are experiencing a high volume of potential clients who have applied in the last 30 days. So this opportunity is limited because of the intense one-on-one time it takes in order to provide you with the results. And because I said before, we only work with clients who we know with certainty and conviction that we can generate them the results and a return on their investment. So with that being said, please understand that this window of opportunity won't be available for long. And what we found is those who have the ability to make decisions and act quickly are most likely to get results and most likely to become our clients and build together for years to come. So if you feel like this is right for you, then go ahead and apply right now to see if you qualify and then follow the instructions on the next page. And remember, excellent credit generates liquid capital used as leverage to invest. In return, creates wealth. We provide all four. We are Glacier Consulting Group, and we look forward to you joining our network and getting started today.